Hi, here's the process of making a driveway on a lot in the woods, which isn't as difficult a process as one might imagine. First we scope out the land and we look at what our possibilities are, look at the topographic map, figure out where the best building site might be, and I've identified this right here as a possible building site. I'm using lot 45 in Mountain Air, which I just purchased as an example. What I've done is I've marked out the potential driveway, and part of this uses an old logging road, which we have just cleared. We have, that is, removed the overhanging branches and fallen trees and so on. That gives us basically some free roadway to start with. Roughing out a small path so that the equipment can move back and forth is one of the first things you have to do. And then you have to find a way and a place to dispose of all the trees, and there's usually a lot of them. That's the biggest problem, is where to put the trees. Also, one of the first things that I need to do in the process is, let's see, how does the zoom work on this? Here we go. Is marking out the property line as thoroughly as possible, because we need to know exactly where our limits are and not overshoot them. After the property lines are clearly marked, then you find a good starting point for your driveway, and place that's going to give you good and easy access to the building site with a driveway that's not too steep but provides the privacy that you want. And then you start cutting in there and moving the trees to where you need to, making the big tree piles that that we end up with, unfortunately. Drainage is very important, so you got to plan on some culvert pipes and drainage ditches on any long driveway. It's always a shame to take out any living tree, but if you want a driveway to get your well drilling truck and your cement trucks and lumber and construction trucks up in there, it's got to be done. The driveway's got to be wide enough that the big trucks can get up in there. There also has to be room for the drainage ditch on the side of the driveway, the culvert pipes, and plenty of room to maneuver any vehicle. So it's not a narrow driveway just doesn't work, unfortunately. Your home builder will tell you right off that it's got to be wider generally. After the trees are removed, the bulldozer comes back and starts grading the side and cutting in the drainage ditch, which you can see he's just starting to do here on the left, and makes the driveway look really wide for a day or so, until all that's finished and you see that the driveway, the part that you drive on, is really only a small part of what we have to clear. There's no way around this large tree pile. Once we're done, the bulldozer will go up there and drive back and forth on it, try to smash it out a little bit, but it's the unavoidable part of doing a driveway through the woods. You can't take the trees anywhere, you can't burn them, there's little you can do. Somewhere in this area, a couple days from now, we'll be clearing out, I don't know, maybe a quarter or half an acre of most of the trees, not all of them, just in order to show that there's a view back beyond there. I'm probably standing right about where a home would likely be built. Remove some of the trees, but not all of them. Leave a scattering of trees, but open up the view so that the new owner can see what his view could be. We'll leave it up to him whether he wants to clear more trees for the view or not. The idea is to show the view, to show the possibilities, but not destroy the entire forest in the meantime. Okay, a couple days later, here's the semi-final finished product. There's the driveway leading up from the road In a couple days I'll have gravel brought in. It'll look completely different. The final excavation provided a smooth, rounded, general grade going up onto the property, over a hill, and down to a private spot, which I'll show you in just a minute. Looking down the driveway, here's the final pile of trees that were removed to make this driveway. There's the back part of the driveway from the high point down into the building site, with a pretty good view back there. Let's go take a look at it. Here's the final work. The probably half-acre area has been gently cleared without tearing things up, and about a dozen trees have been left scattered around in there. The excess trees were pushed down to the bottom, where they'll either rot or someone will eventually remove them. But as I said, it's just about impossible to take trees off the property. I've just put down about 100 pounds of mixed fescue grass seed in here, and this should look completely different after that sprouts. There's a good view out there. We're looking directly to the south. Looking back from the same spot, this is about where the house would be, right where I'm standing, and looking back out the driveway. Here's how we gravel a driveway. This is called tailgating. Nice, neat job. That was the first layer. We got enough gravel in the truck. We're going to do it again, put a second layer down. There we go. Second layer. Good shot. Okay, now we can take a look at this whole driveway and see how it came out. It's going to be a little bit bumpy. There you go, that wasn't so bad. Now you know how to build a driveway.